Yes! Can you take over steering? Man overboard! Man overboard! Man overboard! Man overboard! Man overboard!
Hold it! Yeah, leather. Yes, we got her.
It was actually warm in the water. Could have stayed longer.
Done?
Yes, thank you.
Go inside.
I'm going to jump in the water again, somewhere where we have more space to maneuver. So we will practice a second time.
Man overboard!
Help!
Prepare to get her
Preparing
on
the
board.
ladder.
I think if the water is cold and you are surprised and shocked, you cannot spend too much energy in trying to swim towards the boat. So my only goal was to catch the orange floating thing that the people threw me. Now I feel very cold, so I will get undressed and have some tea. But that was fun.
Man overboard! I have shouted man overboard. My next job is to point at that person all the time. I shouldn't even look into the camera. I should not lose that person. If there's high waves, this is their chance of survival. Me, the crew on board, holding on, looking at her all the time, telling the helmsman 30 degrees to the port, left. So we don't lose her because we want that person on board. Now, let's not panic and start to drive very fast towards her and run her over with the boat. Let's gently slide up beside and protect her from the wind and the waves and pull her on board. We're not in a hurry. Stress can cause more chaos and maybe more accidents. Look out for other boats. You're going back to that buoy there. Pull rudder to the port side. This might seem a bit slow, but we don't want to crash into someone with a 13-ton boat too fast. You can actually put it on neutral right now. So, you found all the stuff. You get full points. You get 5 points for this one, and you get 2 points for this one. And we get 1 point for getting you aboard. We're going to try to do this without a ladder. We're going to see if it's possible. She's quite strong, but maybe not strong enough. Get the foot over there. Ugh, she's wet.
I'm a little bit tired. Actually, this life vest, I think it's too big for me because it just came over all of my throat and it was much harder to breathe when I was swimming. And I found this method quite effective without the ladder. I think it was nice and possible without the ladder. But the water temperature is optimal.
So we picked the person up and you might have some kind of euphoria, relief, she's on board. And you set the sails or put the gear in. No, calm down. Are all the ropes and equipment on board? The ladders you use, etc. Is the person nicely tucked inside with a blanket, drinking a cup of tea? Even in summertime, hypothermia is a risk. Usually the shock comes afterwards. I know, I fell overboard in the middle of the night, in the middle of the Atlantic. They didn't pick me up in 15 minutes. I was totally warm, came on board. After 15 minutes, I was cold and shivering and sweating and had a panic because the shock, the trauma comes afterwards. Take care of the person. Even if they say, oh, I'm strong, I can take care of myself. No, get on board. You're off duty for 3 hours.